Hey guys, are you a YouTuber? Are you maybe someone who's new and you record maybe directly off your cell phone or and then you just upload directly to YouTube, but maybe you want to do something a little bit different? Well, I'm going to actually show you guys a free option, a free editing option for live streaming and making your videos. Yeah, it's called OBS, Open Broadcaster Software, and it's not as hard as it thinks. Hey guys, welcome back again. DAVESDIMENSION, welcome back again for another video. Welcome back again to your channel. It's your home for tech, toys, and talk. And well, guys, we got a little something new. Kind of a back to basics. Okay, guys, so we just installed a fresh version of OBS. There we go. And here we go. We have a clean, unconfigured version of OBS. Now, OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software. Okay, you can use this for live streams. As you can see, we got start streaming, start recording, so you can record or stream here. You got more complicated versions if you want to do some transitions from one image to another. You want it to look more, studio like. You can do that. You don't have to. I don't. I usually keep it like this. Now, for the basics, you need a camera or your cell phone. That's right. You can use your cell phone, guys. And you also need a microphone. Now, for a basic scene, now they use the term scenes here. So let's say you have an intro video, or before your stream starts, you have kind of an image or a video that plays on a loop. You could set that. You can set your intro. It's just that simple. Now here we're gonna rename this. Let's say we do starting soon. Starting soon. And now we're going to go ahead and over to sources, we're going to add something. We're going to add media. So if you're going to add a video, something that's going to loop around over and over again, we're going to go ahead and hit media source. Okay. After I hit media source, well, now it wants to know what we're going to use. So we're going to browse our files now. Now I have a little folder I call Leap. My Leap drive. That's where I keep all my stuff, all my video stuff, all my YouTube recordings. For the most part, everything is kept here. Okay. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to look for, where's my stream? That's one of my stream intros. There we go. Let's go find the video we want. Starting soon. This is what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. I want a loop. I want to use hardware decoding when available. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to do that. And we're going to go ahead and hit OK. So now if you notice, it's kind of oversized. So we're just going to go up here. We're going to bring this down like we're cropping. You don't have to do anything fancy. We're just going up to the arrow, holding the left button on our mouse until it shrinks down. Now we can kind of put it into place. Now, if you're not going to add any other layers or any other images, you can leave this just as it is. And this is what you're going to do here. You're going to click the little lock right here. The lock is going to prevent this from moving around. Now, if we have this unlocked, well, this can move around now with the mouse on it. Okay. So we put that back into place. We hit the lock. I'm going to move my mouse here. We are trying to move this. It's not moving. It's locked into place. Set it and forget it. And this is going to keep looping over and over again. Now, I happen to have music on this video. You don't have to. You can add your music as a separate source. That's something you can do. So now we're going to create, let's just do a talking scene. Okay. I'm going to label this talking scene. Okay, now we're going to go over to sources. We're going to click plus. Now, what we want is we want a camera source. Now, I already have a camera source being utilized because I'm actually recording this using Streamlabs OBS, but I'm using regular OBS for this tutorial. So what we're going to do is we're going to break out the cell phone. Okay. Now, my cell phone has an app on it called Epoch Cam. That allows me to basically shadow or copy whatever my camera's catching and putting that on the video here, just to show you guys. Okay, now see right here, I have my cell phone. Okay, we have Epoch Cam. You can see you can connect it through USB or through Wi-Fi. And I also use, I use Elgato's camera hub on here, and I can choose between my Elgato webcam or my iPhone. Okay, so now I'm going to take my phone. I have a nice little handy dandy mount right here. Okay, and I'm going to set that up right there. Okay, I have this pretty awesome mount that I use that just clips right there. It's nice and mobile, and it's very sturdy. I'm actually going to have a link in the description below for that, so you guys want to check that out. Now, let's add this as a source. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the screen. There we go. Now we're going to hit plus. I'm going to hit plus. If you notice here, we have different sources we can choose from. Audio input, that's going to be our microphone. I already have a microphone calibrated on here, so we don't need to worry about that. Audio output, like for headphones, we're not going to worry about that right now. Display capture, that's kind of what I'm using in Streamlabs OBS to capture the screen right now. But we don't want that. We want video capture device right down here. Okay. So we're going to label this Epoch. Now, if you notice, there's a section here that says add existing. If we already had existing sources in here, we could select those, so we don't have to start from scratch. But for this purpose, we're going to create a new source. So now, it's an Elgato virtual camera, or we have Epoch Cam. It's automatically detecting my camera software, which is great. So we're going to choose that one. Now, we'll go to default, resolution. Well, we go to custom and then go to resolution. Okay. Now, bear with me just a second here, guys. Okay, guys, so here we are. We are going to we're going to properly add the camera in now. So we're going to go to video capture. We're going to choose Epoch. Epoch, because we're using Epoch Cam app on my cell phone in conjunction with Elgato Hub right here off the side on my other monitor. I can actually choose between my face cam and my Elgato, my Epoch iPhone cam. But we're going to leave the camera right there. We're using the Elgato virtual camera. So we're using this program, we're taking the feed from the camera, from the hub, and jumping it into OBS here. Okay. There are different options we can use. We're just going to leave it like that for right now. Now, we're going to use custom because we can use a custom resolution. That is the size of your canvas. Okay. We can do this. We can do that. See, it's smaller. It all depends on your quality of your camera, quality of your computer, so on and so forth. Now, I always put match FPS output. You can put highest. You can put 60 or even 30. You can do it lower, but that's also going to have an effect on your quality. Video format, we're going to leave it as any. Color, 709. Color range, we want full. Okay. Buffering, I just leave it auto detect. You can flip this if you want to, turn it upside down. That's good if you're doing an overhead camera view of, like, maybe you're doing an unbox or something. But we're not doing that here. Okay. Use hardware decoding when available. If you have a good processor, a good graphics card, then yes, you want to rely on your hardware decoding. Otherwise, it might be too much for your computer. Now, capture audio. We want to use a custom device. We don't want to rely on the camera's microphone, because if you're using a webcam, it's going to have trash audio. Okay. So we're going to use custom. Okay. And if you notice, it's already detecting my fine microphone. So we're going to go ahead and select that. But now we're going to go to Epoch. If you see it right here, we're going to select Epoch and we're going to slide it down, because we don't want echoes. You could have 2 or 3 versions of your microphone being picked up and you're going to have a crazy echo. You don't want that, guys. You do not want that one bit. Now if you notice, well, this isn't exactly the best picture right now, right? Because even if I rotate this, well, we want to try and center on the object that we're going to be using here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my arrow, and I'm also going to use the Alt key. I can move this upside down. I can change this any which way I want. So I can bring it over to the side. Hold down the Alt key. Oh, I can bring this down. We can basically crop this so only what we want to be in the picture will be in the picture now. Okay. See, that's the thing. You gotta left click the arrow on this square, and then hit Alt. Or if you're an idiot like me, like I just did, I'm hitting the wrong key. There we go. So if we wanted to, we can do that square. Now we can also resize this now. We can shrink it down, we can make it big, do whatever we want. So we're gonna center this right now, okay? We're gonna leave that right there for right now. And we're gonna lock it in place. Remember, once you get your image or whatever graphic you're using in place, you want to keep it like that. Hit the lock. You can always unlock it later. And by the way, if you want to hide something, let's say you have multiple cameras, you want to turn the camera off, the little eye icon here will remove it and add it back. Okay? Pretty cool. Now, let's say we want to add a nice fun background. It could be a static image, meaning a solid image that is not animated, or we can add a video. Now, I'm going to add a video though. Okay? I want to add a little bit of fun, a little bit of flair to it. Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead. Now, we're not going to name this. We're just going to hit media source. Okay. Now, again, we're going to find a nice fun video to use, some kind of fun animated background. Now, for this case, what I did was I actually downloaded a bunch of video clips from Canva. Now, Canva, there is a paid version, or there is a free version and a paid version of Canva. I actually signed up for the free trial, and then allowed me access to a bunch of full 1080 and in some cases almost 4K type videos that I can throw in my background. Okay, there's all these different images, all these videos. I loved Vortex, any kind of space kind of stuff. I love. That's just me personally. I mean, you can type in anything. You can type wormhole. You can type in robots. There's tons of crazy stuff that we can throw in there. Maybe you want something more of a cyber look. So we're gonna grab this one. We're gonna set loop, hardware encoding to help improve it, and we're gonna hit OK. Now, what happened? It covered my image. It covered my camera image. So what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna take our arrow and we're gonna left click. We're gonna drag it down. Bam, just like that. We dragged it down. Now I still have to bring this back up. Like we were cropping earlier. Bring that back down. So we have the right size. If you notice, the outline of this will overlay on here so you know where exactly you are. We'll bring it right there. It kind of snaps into place. Now we're going to lock it, and now it's in place. So now, take a look. We have our camera, but now we have this background image. How cool is that? If you guys see, this is not that complicated. You just take it step by step. I know a lot of the YouTubers out there, a lot of these videos, it seems like they're throwing so much at you. Oh, do this, click this, click this, click this. You notice we're taking it step by step, okay? The only way you get somewhere is by one foot in front of the other, taking your time. Take your time, do it right, like the song goes, guys. Take your time, do it right. Listen, if you're watching a video and you get stuck, listen, half the time I'm watching tutorials. I will pause it. And if I think I messed it up, I'll go back and I'll rewatch it. I'll rewind it. I'll go back. I might watch a scene 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4 or 6 times. Listen, watch the video however many times you need to. There's no shame in making mistakes. The only way we learn is by making mistakes here, guys. But take a look at this. Okay, we have our intro video. And this I happen to make through using Filmora. But that's a little bit more if you're a beginner, it might be a little bit daunting using that at first, but a little bit of practice and you can make something crazy like this. Okay? Now, all this was actually one of the pre-made videos from Canva that I got through their trial. And then I added this graphic in Filmora. That's all I did. And oh, and I overlaid some music. Free music you can get through your YouTube library, actually. Okay, through YouTube Studio. So that's all I did. I just 3 little elements to make this intro. How crazy is that? That's pretty awesome right there, guys. Now we have our talking scene. Now, if I wanted to, we could have it so it's right in front of me right here. Okay. I could pull my microphone and I'm looking at you guys right here. This is how simple you guys can do it. Now I'm using an iPhone 14 Pro Max, but guess what, guys? You can use any cell phone you have in your pocket. That it's going to be the best one for you guys to use. Okay. You don't need anything overly professional. I mean, even if you have a 5-year-old phone, I mean, anything that has a camera you can use. I'm using now. I did pay for the Epoch Cam app, and so I mean, I paid a one-time fee for that. But as you can see, I'm using it right on the computer here, and it's uploaded. Okay, if we want, I could change this around so we can see my desk. So if maybe I'm doing an unbox, there you go. You got your image right there. You don't need 2 or 3 cameras. Stop your recording, and then do your unbox, guys. It's not rocket science. It really isn't. A little bit of practice, and a whole lot of luck. No, not really. Just a little bit of practice. Everything takes practice. When you learn how to tie your shoes, you didn't do it on the first time. It took you a while to learn. Riding a bike, it took you a while to learn, right? Same thing with these videos. It takes a little bit. And you know what? Not one person is not going to have all the answers for you guys. They're really not. Okay? I've watched so many videos from so many different sources, and honestly, like Filmora, I didn't discover it on my own. A good friend of the channel, Colbane Games, spun me onto it. You know, I mean, use your community, use your friends, ask around, guys. Okay. Now, as you guys see, okay, right here, we have our camera, we have our starting soon. Now, technically speaking, some of my earliest videos, I used OBS, and I had a whole section of scenes here. Okay. And guess what, guys? I would try to do this all in one big bang. I would have my start. I would have my talking. After I was done, like I would stop and maybe, or I would try and do everything all in one. I had really long videos, and sometimes long videos can be no one's going to really stick around for an overly long video. So, you know, for some people, you might want to shorten it depending on your content. But I would have a starting soon, a talking, and then I would have an end. I would try and record it all at once. You don't have to do that. You can take clips and using other programs like there's a Windows uh, in Windows video editor. You can cut scenes together, and it can come out a little rough at first, but you can put clips together unless you want to do one long talking points. Or let's say you're doing a stream. If you're doing a stream, you can launch your stream right here, as you guys can see, or we can do start recording. Okay, so let's say I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to hit start recording. So now you see at the bottom of the screen here, we got the red, we got the counting right here. So it's recording this right now. So I can go ahead and do this. There we go, nice little fade. And now we're on our main screen. Okay. We can do our talking points. You want to try and get yourself, in the frame if you can. Now, what I like is with Elgato webcam or with the Elgato hub, I can do a lot of different things here. We can zoom in, we can zoom out. So we have a secondary creative control right here. We can also change the cameras that we're using. Yeah, you heard me. We can change the cameras. Let's go to here. Really close. We don't want that. There we go. A little bit further out. So you guys can kind of see, well, how messy my room is. I got an empty Gatorade bottle, empty Pringles, and we got our Yeti water bottle. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. Gotta stay hydrated, okay? Uh, But, this is showing you I don't have a fancy, well, I do have a, nice, I have my Elgato webcam, which I do love, but you don't have to have fancy stuff, guys. You can use this. I mean, so many people say that the best phone you're going to have is the one that's in your pocket, guys. It's true. So I have this just on a little swivel mount. And again, I'm going to have that mount in the description below. But guys, I mean, this is what I kind of do. I'll just rotate it. There you go. We got it right here. Got my desk. I can do my unbox, maybe move my microphone out of the way a little bit. what I'll usually do is I'll tilt my keyboard up here. I'll have my box that I'm going to unbox here, just like that. Sometimes I might tilt my, sometimes I'll tilt my webcam down so it has a direct overview. So, I mean, there's different things we can do here, guys. It's not that complicated. I say that. And of course, honestly, I've only been doing this for about, it's going to be 3 years in March. Just 3 years. Okay. If you look at some of my earliest videos, in fact, I'm gonna have links to 2 of my earliest videos in the video description below, and you can take a look at what my videos look like to what they do now. It just takes time, guys. Don't feel discouraged. Don't feel defeated. You look at someone's video, then you compare it to yours. Don't do that, guys. I do that all the time. I am my worst damn critic. I'll be honest. Okay, I am my worst critic. We always beat ourselves up the worst, guys. It just takes time. It takes a little bit. Learning this, learning that. Take your time and do it right, guys. That's what it's all about. So once you're done recording, you hit stop. There you go. How cool is that? Now there is a virtual camera that you can turn on. So let's say we're doing StreamYard or some other program, and we want to use the camera from OBS. So we can turn on start virtual camera, and then we'll go to StreamYard, and we can actually access the OBS virtual camera right there. And we can stop it anytime we want. Maybe you want to change some of your settings. Now, we're going to do a separate video on settings. This is where you would adjust all your settings, whether you're streaming, if you're streaming to Twitch or to YouTube or any of these platforms. You see Restream.io, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, or others. It says show all. Take a look at this. These are all the major ones that you can reach out and stream to. Take a look at that. That's a lot, guys. You want to stream to Steam? You can do that. You can do anything here, guys. Okay. Your output is all your video settings, your video card. I always use hardware because I do have a fairly decent graphics card. It's not. I mean, it's probably about 6 or 7 years old, but it does great for me. It really does. Okay. Now, recording format, it has it as MK4. I do MP4 a lot. Now, it gives you a warning right here. Okay, if your system suddenly crashes, you won't be able to pick up where you left off. MKV does that, but MP4 is perfect for uploading to YouTube, guys. So there is a bit of a difference right there. Okay. Like I said, I'm not really going to go into the settings here, but I want to give you guys a quick breakdown as to how you can just start, how you can just quickly start here. Okay. Uh, like I said, you would just use, okay, for YouTube, we're going to hit YouTube, and it gives me an option to sign in. Connect account recommended. It's going to pull up a screen, and I can just go into I can sign into my account that way. So that shows you how you can quickly get in there. We're just going to exit out. But guys, this is very quick on how to set up OBS. Very quick look at this. Now we can add other things like, okay, let's say I want to add other images, like I'm going to have my links. So I'm going to call this socials. There you go. Now I'm going to go here. Go here. Did I? Okay, we went for image file. Good. Okay. So now I typed out my social media information, and then I use a website called Remove Background. Okay. Now I'm going to use an older version of this, just for example. Okay. This shows my Xbox, which I no longer have, my Twitter, my Instagram, and of course, YouTube. So all he did was, this is a clear image. As you guys can see right there, this is a clear image. Now, what I would recommend not putting your socials at the bottom. Why, you may ask? Well, guess what, guys? At the bottom of the screen, usually if you're watching YouTube, this is where the play and progression bar goes across. So you're going to be blocking that information. Now, you can also, again, shrink this. Okay. Now I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit because you got to figure, okay, this is going to fill up somebody's monitor. Okay. So we shrink it down so it doesn't take up too much space, but it's still noticeable. Okay. Again, after we set this, we're going to lock it in place so we don't accidentally move it out of the way or cause any other issues. And there we go. You can also make frames. Okay, I mean, we could take another image and we could put this right behind this one. Okay, just to give you a little freaky example, we're going to go to another media source. Excuse me. We're going to choose another media source, and guess what? We're going to choose another video to play behind this one. Crazy, right? Yeah, I know. I am crazy. Crazy, insane, deranged. So let's just pick one out. We're going to go with this one here. Okay. So now I'm going to loop that hardware. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so now we have this. Now, of course, we got to crop this back down, right? Just like we did before, guys. Just like we did before. Now, here's the crazy part. Now, watch what I'm going to do here. Okay, I overlapped that a little bit. Guess what? Now, we're going to bring that down behind our camera. Behind the camera, but we're not covering this. So now, this is what we're going to do. Okay. Again, we're going to do that. Or we hit the Alt, bring this over. So we want to make like a little frame like this. And like this. Whoop, not like that. Like this. Come on. There we go. Bring this up. Now, you don't have to use a video. This is just an idea on what you can do. Oh, I'm going to readjust that. See, even I mess up. Okay, let's do like that. And like this and it go. There you go. So we got a freaky little frame going on right there around our webcam. How cool is that? Now, I do apologize. I'm a little bit under the weather, guys. But take a look at that right there, guys. This is just an example. You don't have to use a video image. You can use a solid image. But take a look at that. Pretty cool, right? And once we lock this, now we can't move anything. But let's say we want to do, well, let's say this is like a video game stream, okay? So we're going to unlock. Oh, I didn't want that. We want to unlock, okay? So we're going to unlock and unlock and unlock. So now, we want the wallpaper to leave that way. So we're going to leave that. So now you have to click on an image, or you can highlight this, and this will bring the highlight of that particular image, as you guys can see. Okay, we just lost webcam for a second. Okay, there we go. Our Wi-Fi was a little bit out of sync, but that's nothing to do with OBS. There it goes again. We're just going to move forward with that, guys, just to show you guys this example. Okay, I'm going to move this over to the side. Let's say we're going to do a live stream, okay? So I want to move this over to the side because maybe I'm going to have chats over here. And we could add a chat in there. That's not a problem. There's different programs and different sources you can use, like in Streamlabs OBS. And now we have space here, so we can have either that or we can add another camera. That's something we can definitely do, guys. But guys, what do you think about this? I just wanted to do a quick, nice little overview, showing you guys what we can actually do here. So let me know what you guys think about this. Listen, guys, if you like this video, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Okay? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. And also, if you have any questions, maybe something about OBS or about any other program or software out there, any questions whatsoever, guys, hit me up. You can hit me at my socials right there at the bottom of the screen. You can email me at davesdimension78 at gmail.com. You can always message me on Instagram at daves_dimension. And of course, if you want to add me to your PlayStation, it is Daves_Dimension. If you have any trouble adding me, there's been some issues with that lately. Just message me on Instagram and I'll add you. And of course, guys, as always, if you feel so inclined to help out the Dimension, we have our Cash App at $DavesDimension. But of course, guys, first and foremost, if you feel the need to donate, I want you to donate to the Ride for Roswell right there at the bottom of the screen. If you see there is a QR code, that is the Ride for Roswell for Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institutes. They are one of the leading world researchers and developers of vaccines for all forms of cancer throughout the world. They are amazing. They're based here in Buffalo, New York. I participate in the Ride for Roswell to help raise uh, raise awareness and money for Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Institute. This is my third year, and we're doing the 44-mile ride this year through Canada. So, guys, if you feel so inclined to help out Dave's Dimension, I want you to go there first. I'm going to have the QR code right there at the bottom of the screen, but also you can go to the link in the video description below and donate directly to the donation page through Roswell Park. Every nickel, every dollar, every nickel, every dime, every quarter, every dollar goes to Roswell Park, guys. So please help me help Roswell and make a difference. And guys, if you like this video and you want more, please let me know in the comment section below. And guess what, guys? You know what I'm going to say. I say it every single time. Keep on busting, and I'm always going to catch you guys on that flip side. Take care.